Bienvenidos amigos, señoras y señores. Welcome to the Sheraton. The Thunderdome? Forget it. How you doing? John Garms, John Garms Real Estate. Hope you're doing well. My friends call me Jono. Hopefully you'll call me Jono. We're at the Sheraton in downtown Dallas for an event. We're here to talk about what are you teaching your kids about money? So I have a 17-year-old. She's amazing. And we teach her about money, but we're also modeling for her, what do you do with money? How do you spend it? How do you use it to grow wealth? How do you use it to further opportunities? We just acquired 80 units in Jacksonville, Florida, for example. That's not a subtle flex, but we're diversifying how we save money. We invest in single-family real estate. We're house hacking the home that we live in, our primary residence. There's so many ways that you can make money, irrespective of how much money you have today. In fact, we're about to close on a deal, small deal. I'll make 10 grand on it, and I sold the contract through what's known as an assignment. So I want you to know about this stuff. Not to sound like we're bragging, but I want you to know that this stuff exists so that you can do it too. And if it's scary or if there's a gap, I want to help you close that gap. But more specifically, for our little people, what paradigms do we have about money? Now, I'm going to lose some people when I say this. And I think he's probably a wonderful human being, but I am not a fan of Dave Ramsey. Now, I will tell you, there was a point in my life, in fact, his book, Your Total Money Makeover, changed my perspective on money. It was wildly profitable. Katie read it first. Hey, there's this great book. I want you to read it. I refused to do so. Finally, I did. And it was really, really great. The concepts, and it helped me get over myself about money, because I was the guy that was saying things like, I work way too hard for my money to not enjoy my money, and I'm going to spend it how I want to spend it, which is incredibly selfish. So there is good stuff there. The problem that I have with Dave Ramsey now is the things that he says is designed for a specific target audience. And that's not really good or bad, but I am no longer his target audience, right? There is such a thing as good debt. There are scenarios where it's profitable to use debt as a tool for leverage. Now, most people are not ready for that, right? Just like my 17-year-old daughter is not ready to file income taxes or set up an S-corp, right? Not that she doesn't have her brains for it, but she's not in a point in her life where that is a big priority, and that's a heavier weight than she's probably ready for today, right? That's reasonable, right? So there's things that Dave Ramsey says that I think for the masses that are struggling with credit card debt, all right, well, maybe, there's good stuff in there. But I heard a guy say this the other day. I thought this was pretty brilliant. A one-size-fits-all t-shirt never really fit me. So a one-size-fits-all strategy on debt or life insurance or real estate doesn't necessarily fit everyone. It takes some discovery and diving into that sort of thing. I digress. What are you teaching your kids about money? Are you saying it's good to save your money, but you're not saving money? Are you modeling the right behaviors around money? Do you have the right mindset around money? Do you understand that debt can be a tool to help further your financial escapade? Maybe not escapade. We'll come back to that. So what are you teaching your kids about money? What are you teaching your kids about real estate, right? Do you yourself own real estate? How many doors? Do you want to own more real estate, but you don't? Well, why is that? What are you doing to fix that? What's your strategy to acquire more property? I talk to a lot of people that say, man, I really want to get into multifamily. I think that's a great idea. So are you doing that? Who are you speaking with to find multifamily properties? When you find it, do you have the reserves to move forward with the deal? And you don't have to buy the whole thing yourself. There's things like syndication where you can partner with other folks to go in and take it down together. Dave Ramsey, if you're watching, I think you're doing some great stuff, but I think your stuff isn't for everybody. Just like everybody's stuff isn't for everybody. That's okay. But just because Dave Ramsey said to do it doesn't make it a good idea for you. That's all I'm saying. And just because I say it doesn't make it a good idea for you. Kids and money. Our daughter has her eye on a certain school, and the plan as of right now is when she goes off to school is for us to buy a property in the town that she's been going to school. Why would we do that? Well, we believe in investing in real estate. We believe in owning multiple properties. So there's a strategy there where we buy the property. Let's say we buy a 4-bedroom home in the city that she's going to be going to college in. Well, now we can rent the additional rooms in that property to offset the cost of the single-family residence. There's opportunity in there. I want to teach those things to my kids, and I hope that you want to teach those things to your little people. Cryptocurrency, not a strategy that I'm familiar with. Right now, there's blockchains and it's electronic and it's secure, and I don't understand it at all, and that's okay. I am currently not investing in cryptocurrency. I will eventually get around to that, but it's not in proximity to me. What is in proximity to me is single-family real estate. Multifamily is something that I'm really, really interested in and really excited about, but it's not easily within my proximity. Bloom where you're planted is a phrase that I've heard used that I think speaks to this. What do you have access to? If you have access to a commodity, let's say Beanie Babies, and you can turn that into money, what's wrong with that, right? As long as it's legal, all that stuff aside, teach this stuff to your kids. I grew up in a wonderful house. My parents did a great job. Obviously, my parents did a great job with me. But there were certain things about money that I didn't learn at home. I learned it through the School of Hard Knocks. Made a lot of unwise financial decisions. My parents weren't withholding information from me. They taught me what they readily had access to. So my point is, there's more to learn, but if you readily have access to something that's profitable, hopefully your kids are not only hearing you talk about it, but they're seeing you act that out, and creating wealth is hopefully a part of the conversation that you're having with your little people. My daddy used to say, get them young before they grow teeth. Teach your kids this stuff at an early age. Money is not everything, and it should not be the focus. But if you can show them how to use that tool to further their opportunity, to give them more choices, would you want to do that? Would you choose to do that? So hopefully you'll start today. If you're not already doing it, teach these little people about money. Now that that's over. Hope you're doing well. Call your dad. Your dad misses you too. Don't just call your mom. Call dad. Dads, don't you love hearing from your people? Call your dad.